The previous lesson, we created our input fields using the input element, but we didn't specify what these input fields is used for. So a label element is used to identify an input element. Like with the help of an input element, we can give this name, label, email, password, age, biography, all these labels. So let's give label to our little form over here. The first label, and you can see this label is have a opening and a closing tag, and in between goes our label. Let's say username. Let's save it. Yeah, let's give a colon here. Yeah, that's nice. And let's do the same for the password. Label. And then password. And the same for the email. Let's save it. Yes, we got our labels. And you can see that all our labels and the input boxes over here all appear in the same line, but we don't want in this way. We want in this way, right? One after another in different rows. And we can do this by using the line break element. I hope you remember this line break element, the BR element, which shifts the text in different lines, like here, BR, BR. Let's give a BR element to all of the lines over here. Yeah. And then one over here, save it. Sorry. And then one over here. Save. Yeah, now it looks better. Next, we have to associate our label with its input programmatically. Well, that means that's saying that this label is for this input. And we can do this by using two attributes, which is the for attribute and the ID attribute. Over here, you can see that in our label element, we have a for attribute attached to it. That's for associating the labels with its input. And then for an input, we need an ID element. Let's give an ID element, sorry, attribute. And the value of this for and ID attribute should be same. Like if we give the value of for as a name, it can be anything. The values can be anything, but it has to be same for both the for and ID. Name, you write the name over here. Let's save it. And then for label, let's give a value of word RD. And for input, we need this ID attribute. Word. It has to be same. The values has to be same. And for email, let's give mail. And the ID also mail. Mail. Save it. And then next, let's give a button to our form like this. Sign up button. Yeah, and we do this by using the button element. And the button element has an opening and a closing tag, and our text goes in between. say sign up, assign. Let's capitalize it. Let's save it. Yes, we got our button. Now you see when we click on this button, nothing happens, right? Nothing happens. Because to make this form work, it requires more than HTML. Like we can design this form over here and structure it using HTML, but without learning about JavaScript, you can't make this form work. Now only we have focused about a few attributes, all these for, type, and this placeholder attributes, but we need a lot more attributes for this form to work. And we leave all those other attribute for later, because to use and understand it, you need to know a bit of JavaScript first.